Well, on a rainy day and the kids are at home, you got to figure out, what are we going to do?
Right.
So baking cookies could be a thing. In my house, everybody likes soft cookies.
Really?
Except
Not
for
crunchy?
me.
Oh, you like the crunchy.
And I think because I'm the baker that they don't like the way I make them because I let them go a little too over. I like them super crunchy.
Oh, the more crunch, the better.
Right?
Actually, I don't get the soft stuff.
I don't either. Like those Chips Ahoy, the soft and chewy. No, not at all. Keep them.
Well, Jake, what is it? Crunchy or soft for you?
It's soft for me.
Soft. Why?
Why?
Because everybody likes a cookie when they come out of their oven and it's wet. Soft.
So who cooks the cookies in your family?
Whoever has them.
I mean,
Everybody.
is it grandma? Where's the memory come from these soft cookies? That came from somewhere.
It's just, honestly, it's just like a growing addiction for me. Because like my grandma would make them, my mom would make them, we would make them, I would make them. And they're just best when they're soft.
So you take them out like a minute before they're supposed to be done.
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
When they first come out, they're not going to be crunchy and hard. They're going to be soft. But I'll tell you what, though. If it's soft, 90% soft and 10% crunchy around the edges, then you got me.
Then you got him. Okay.
So Ben's got a different thought about this, our other producer on His Radio Plus.
I mean, I just think that you can have it both ways, you know. I think it's good soft, but also don't sleep on a hard cookie dipped in milk. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, so it's really depending upon the mood that you're in or what's available.
Exactly. I mean, also don't count out sugar cookies, gingerbread cookies. You know, there's a lot of variety to cookies. So, like, I don't think all of them work when they're soft.
I will agree with that. I will agree. Like a gingerbread cookie should be a little softer, but a ginger snap needs to actually snap.
I have a thought. I think Scott's soft.
Crunchy.
Well, you're both right, but I do lean crispy, crunchy.
It's either one or the other.
Well, okay, crunchy, because I like to nibble around the edges first.
Oh.
And then eat the rest of it.
So you
I like
like
that crispiness.
You like a
crunchiness.
corner brownie too, then?
I do, yeah. Yep.
Because those brownies in the middle, that's just mush. And then if you
They're
put
gooey.
right,
Yeah.
I don't like that. And then if you put a cookie in milk, as Ben referred to, ew. Because then it's crispy, soft, soggy. Nobody wants soggy cookies.
There's nothing wrong with a good soggy cookie dipped in milk.
It's just mush.
Rob and Lizz, hard cookies are for flying like frisbees. And Jake, yes, let's dip them in that milk. Soft cookies are the bomb.
Because Jake, our producer, likes it soft and dipped in cookies. Or dipped in milk. Not dipped in cookies. Let's dip them cookies in the cookies. That's where they really taste nice.
Let me say, sir, no and no. But Sarah agrees. She texted and said, soggy cookies are heaven.
Nice.
No. Ugh. Beth also texted. Here's what she said. Regardless of texture, soggy or crispy, a plate of cookies hates to see me coming. I hear that.
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
The American Red Cross said there is a blood shortage right now. I mean, even throughout this month of August, they're going to do like $20 gift cards to Amazon for people who donate the gift of life like that. And now we've got this storm coming through. And it's like with a lot of people that are going to be out because of the floodwaters and the businesses that'll be closed and the schools that are off right now because of all this wind and rain in those areas that the storm is going through. It's like now the need is even greater.
Yeah, and it's been a problem because, of summer travel, and that means, unfortunately, more accidents, and then the summer heat, and all of these things have led to this shortage, and then with Debby on top of it, who knows how much farther we'll fall behind.
Right.
So there's a great opportunity to be able to get out, donate blood. I know people that do it, I guess, monthly?
On the regular.
Yeah, just on the regular.
I don't know if you have to wait 4 weeks or if
I'm
you
not
do.
sure.
Plasma is a different story, but when you're
Yeah.
giving the gift of life like that and donating blood at one of the bloodmobiles that either the Blood Connection or the American Red Cross has that's out, I think it might be longer than a month because it has to regenerate or whatever.
Right. You have to get your blood supply back
I'm not
up.
a phlebotomist.
No.
I'm far from one.
I have given blood in the past, but then there have been times when I haven't been able to because I'm anemic. And so
I didn't know
not,
that.
yeah. And so I've had to go and actually get blood transfusions before. So the gift of life has helped me
Right.
for sure, in my struggle with anemia, but have given it as well when my numbers are good. So
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
Here's an open mic that came in on the My HISRadio app.
This is Martin Bell from Wake Forest, North Carolina, reporting in with a weather report. Big Debby is here. She's one not to bat an eye at. Keep an eye out there, guys. Love you guys. Be safe. God bless.
Well, I hate that you're in the middle of all that stuff in Fayetteville. Thanks for the open mic on the My HISRadio app. This storm is so big. While the eye of the storm is still along the coast in South Carolina, man, the impact of this storm is just so huge. Charlotte through Fayetteville, Raleigh, Durham. I mean, all the way to Norfolk, Virginia. Did I say that right?
Norfolk,
That one.
Virginia.
It's there. I mean, as far as how big and wide the storm is on the radar.
Yeah, those rain bands, I mean, they can extend so much farther than where the eye is. And that's kind of what we're seeing with Debby right now. And she's moving so slowly. So we're just praying that she gets out of here really quick.
And I know you've seen the pictures. I mean, from Savannah to Charleston, it's getting all the flooding right now along Myrtle Beach and all the schools that are closed. Well, there's kids celebrating the first day of school today.
Yeah.
There's a lot that's out because of Debby right now.
Yeah, e-learning. And that's the thing, we as parents, we have to scramble at the last second sometimes. Like you get the call, okay, school's going to be e-learning or they're just going to be pushing that start date. And you got to call grandma or the babysitter or, remote work if you can. And so there's a lot that goes along with it.
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
I don't know the last time you've been to the library. It's been a long time for me.
Yeah, it's
Going to
been
the
a hot
library.
minute for me as well.
I've been just buying books instead of going to the library, and I should just go to the library and get a book.
I know. For free.
Yeah.
You got to take it back, though.
You got to bring it back.
Yeah.
You can't do highlights because I'd like to underline and things like that. One thing that I noticed that a lot of libraries are doing, I'm curious if this is in your library, but they have family workstations that are starting to appear at some libraries, so that when a mom or a dad, and sometimes a single mom or dad, or the other ones at work or out of town, they can go to a little workstation that they can bring the toddler to. And while they have their computer and they're doing their work at the workstation, the toddler's sitting right next to them in a little, I don't want to call it a playpen. It's almost like a playpen, but it's right next to them. And they have all this interactive stuff for the toddler to do. So it's called a family workstation, and they're popping up at a lot of different libraries.
That is really cool. So it's like a play area. It's almost like a little teeny tiny play room that they can be in.
Kind of, but you're out in the open. So you're in the library. And what's nice is that toddlers aren't always quiet.
Right.
And usually the library, at least when I go to the library, I'm remembering that, you're supposed to be quiet, not to say anything.
Right, but if they're all in the children's area, it's just like when you go to a restaurant. I don't know if you ever noticed that.
You have to whisper.
Seems like all the kids,
Very quiet.
the families with the kids,
The Dewey Decimal System
are in one area,
really hard to figure out.
and that's what they're doing here.
And then you're trying to go to the nonfiction.
The nonfiction.
The Dewey Decimal System.
Do they still use that?
What?
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
That's Rob and Lizz in the morning. It's his radio.
Yeah, Sunday's the last day. The closing ceremonies and everything. It seemed like it just started.
It does kind of
with
seem
the
like
Olympics.
that,
And we're seeing a lot of medals that are coming home for the USA. Come on, whoop, whoop. Got to love that. I was hearing that we had some issues trying to get the pole vaulters' poles over to the Olympics. They just couldn't ship them. Something with material. I think they're carbon fiber, all this stuff. There was just some issues with getting their poles for the pole vaulters.
Something I've never thought of. I literally thought they would just fly over to Paris and there would be poles there for them to use. But then, when this comes out, I think, okay, it's just like a baseball player. They like a certain bat.
Absolutely.
So
and they
makes sense.
there's about 6 to 10 altogether that they needed, and they're $1,000 each. So these things are not cheap. I know, right? They're not cheap, and they're about 14 to 17 feet long. These poles.
Do they take apart?
No, not at least these, but they had some issues with a lot of the major airlines on trying to get these things over.
I would think so. I mean, because I guess maybe they could be considered a weapon of dinosaurs.
Can you imagine seeing that on the luggage that's coming around the turnstile?
Could you help me get this in the overhead?
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
So let's take a trip back in time. 1985, August 28th. It's the 30th anniversary of Disneyland. And Scott's just a young guy. He goes on that day, the 30th anniversary of Disneyland in California. And then there's all these prizes that are going to be given out. He was hopeful to win the Cadillac. Instead, he won a free ticket.
Yeah, and when he got home, he was like, obviously, he was already there, so he didn't need the ticket then. So he put it in a scrapbook.
And then I guess he forgot about it because all of a sudden now, here it is, 2024, his daughter wants to go to Disneyland. And so she finds the ticket. And he's like, yeah, go ahead and try to use it. She got in.
She did. Well, there was a little like, whoa, pump the brakes. Hold on. I got to call my supervisor. And so the ticket taker, Jeff, takes the ticket and goes to the supervisor and says, can she use this? It's 39 years old. And the supervisor comes up and is like, yeah. So this daughter wants to keep the ticket as a souvenir. They said no. Because they were afraid. Well, I mean, I get it.
Use it again?
Exactly. If you used it 39 years later, somebody else might try to cash it in.
You know, all you got to do is just put a mark on it. It said used void. Do something on the back of it.
A little punch, a little hole punch.
Something that would.
Mickey ears.
Yeah.
Rob and Lizz.
His morning crew.
It's Rob and Lizz in the morning, his radio.
So the girl that does my hair, the lady that does my hair, her name's Angel. And she texted me the other day and she's like, basically, she's out on maternity leave, although the baby's not due until like August 22nd. So I got to have somebody else that's going to do my hair.
I got some scissors right here.
Yeah, you stay away from me. You stay
Gotcha.
stay away from me. She's also supposed to color my hair, so get away from me. Yeah. Here's the thing. She can get some free food. Once she delivers the baby, as long as it's before August 31st, she can get some free food from Grubhub. Grubhub is going to deliver if you deliver.
Well, then there you go.
Isn't that so cool?
They're doing this for new moms, huh? For how long?
So, till the end of August. However, you have to get online like every Wednesday and try to get yours, to get your little coupon pass or whatever.
Oh, so it's not guaranteed.
It's not guaranteed.
So they just kind of select a few, huh?
I know. I'm like, come on. You should do it for all the moms. Moms, especially moms that are expecting, they don't have time to sit there and wait.
I'm sure there's a way to get in there and get it. Like, is it a random selection or is it the first come, first serve kind of a thing?
Yeah.
And so then you have to figure out, what time does it open up?
Yes.
Do I need to be there at 12 midnight?
Right.
At 12:0001 millisecond?
Right.
You know?
Right. So that's the thing. You've got a couple of Wednesdays that you can do this, and you can also get it on $20 or more food. So I got to tell Angel about it.
I do have the scissors, and we can cut your hair.
Oh, you can cut my hair, and then we're going to have some problems.
Mm-hmm. Just let you know. There's no way. Really sharp.